everyone, this is Rose and welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna discuss about the second menu of Excel called Home. So there's no place like home. The reason why most of the ribbon items, they call it ribbon items, but in my own understanding, I call it sub-menu. Home is menu and the sub-menu are like space, cat, format text, format painter, insert, how to do the sum when you're sorting and do formatting conditions. So I call it sum menu, but Google use the term ribbon items. So home is a menu and it's a ribbon item. So let's have a quick understanding which what are these ribbon items under home menu. So first, let's open our on-screen keyboard. So I'll show you the manual way and the same time the shortcut keyboard way. So first is this cut and copy then paste. Usually they are used all together. So if you want to copy something, you need to paste it. So it's the same when you want to cut, you need to paste it. It's impossible you cut the text and you don't paste the text, then the information will be lost. So it's always together, either cut, paste, or copy, paste. So for example, this ketchup. So what I have right now are related to Filipino foods menu. So last time we have this event and I saw this, so I will use this as an example. Okay, so for example, this catsup, we're gonna move. So we're gonna move this catsup to the last row. So again, numbers means row and letters means column. So catsup, the way is click cut and then click on B47 cell, then paste as number. So it will be moved. So if you see from B2, now it's moved to B47. So this is the cut and paste. The manual way is you need to press here all the time, but the shortcut way, so for example, the second ingredient, click this B3 and then Control X. That is the shortcut. Then go down, click here and Control V. That is the shortcut key for paste. So Control X for cut and Control V for paste. So what if you want to have a duplicate? So copy is like duplicating the text. Cut is moving the text from one cell to another. Okay, I hope that is clear. So the third ingredient, for example, we'll copy this one to B49. So the manual way is click copy and then go to B49, then paste as number. So there's Suka here and there's also Suka above. So it's duplicating the text. But the shortcut keyboard for that, click again B4. So it's Control C and then go down. It's Control V again for paste. So that's the common everyday. Most of the people either preparing reports or checking some prices, documents, or whatsoever, they're using this main, item ribbon. The format painter, it's like, okay, I'll show you later the format painter. Next is this font. This is font and this is font size. So for example, I want to change the font here. So you can either click this one to select all. This like triangle here before one. Click this, select all, and example you want to change the font. So it's like the letter style. So what you're gonna select here, just an example, this century. So you see the change. Let's go back to original font. So click Control Z or this item, ribbon item. Before it's Calibri, and then we change what's happened. Okay, so remember the font is Calibri, and then we're gonna change to Century Golic. So you observe the change, right? And then if you want also to change the font size, you can select this, what font you want based on the standard of the company. Usually it will fall out usually only 1011. That's always the standard. 1011. For the header only, you will select this 12, 14, 20. But for the normal text, usually it's 10 or 11 only. Okay. So this A here, 2A, it's also the same, increasing the size and decreasing the size. But usually we're using this one to select exactly what is the number you want for your font size. Border is very important. It's like when you're creating a table. So this one, since it has no border, so let's delete this. So the other way also for doing the copy and paste, you can click the cell and do right click, copy, and then paste. So that's also another option. So it's three. Either you click directly from menu, then ribbon item, or click the cell, then right click, and there's also option there, copy, cut, and paste. And the third one is the shortcut key. Of course, the shortcut key is simply yes. In the beginning, you need to memorize the code, but later your finger will have a muscle memory. It's like they know already how or where to go when you're thinking some ribbon item that you want to click or press. Okay, so here let's fix this one. So let's delete the excess blank. So for example, let's hide first our on-screen keyboard. So if you want to add some border, so highlight the specific column or row, then click this one. So you have your own border now. So it's presentable to look now rather than before if there's no border. So this is the border. This is the use of the border. So we have many options also here. If you want only one line only below, or line above, or line on the border on the left side, right side. So many options here depending on your requirements. Okay, so since these are the header, so sometimes we're adding some color here. Usually the famous color is we're putting it black as a view color, and then the font we're changing the color to white. That's always the standard is either dark blue or black for the field color, and the font color is always white, so that's always the standard. Then this one, if you want to center the text, so just click this one. You can select all, this triangle before one, and then you can click this center. This is center, this is center. So text will be in the center position. Okay, so this one is an alignment. So it's alignment. This is align left. Then if you want to select align right, you can do also that. but most of the time everyone is selecting center and center. Okay, this one I'm not using this one. This one usually this is applicable for the word. When you're writing a letter, I'm not using all the time this one. For the wrap text, the example of wrap text is example this one. It will do like that. So it will be more presentable for wrap text. For merge and center, if you want to merge this F1 and G1, just click this one. So just that's merging. Okay, and then for this currency, usually it's applicable for number when you're preparing invoices. So for example, we'll put here 100. So if you put 100 only, you don't know what is the exact currency, so you can select here. So the famous currency is dollar, so we can select dollar. So for Shanghai, we will buy oyster sauce $100. So that's how it is. And for the percentage, you can change this also to percentage. So this one is related to computation. I know everyone knows about this one. For format, conditional formatting, this one will have another topic or discussion about this one because this is so too wide. It's like when you are studying logic, applying the logic what you have into a formula. So you can do many things in this ribbon item, like you would like to highlight duplicate values, or when you would like to create a new rule. So this is usually applicable when you're analyzing prices. So we'll have a separate discussion on that. Format table, usually we're not using this table. So because table has limitations, sometimes you cannot easily filter the data because of the table restriction. So I'm not all the time using this one. For insert, yeah, so example for insert, if you would like to insert here a row, so click insert sheet row. Okay, and then for insert sheet, this is sheet and this is sheet also, so that's the manual way for inserting. Delete, I'm not usually using this one. For format, this is adjusting either the row size or column size. So for example, this one, we're gonna change for example, it's not really organized. So just highlight this column and then format, then auto fit column width. If you observe the difference now, we can clearly see the text for each cell, rather than a while ago. If you undo, it's undo. This is undo and this is redo. So you see, words are not properly arranged. So the fastest way is just highlight these columns and click auto fit column width. So now you can see it's much presentable. For auto sum, this is the formula. So for example, we want to put total in the end. So usually this is also related to when you're creating an invoice. So for example, we'll put here also 100, and this one is also 100. Change again to number, removing the. So you want to see how much is the total for, how much is the cash you require when to prepare Shanghai. So it will show 200. Okay, so fill and clear. Not using all the time this clear, but this next one, this is useful also. If you would like to sort your table or your data, just click this one and sort A to Z. Yeah, so in real world, merging is not ideal because if you want to apply formulas and you would like to filter, do sorting, it will stop you to interchange or do some experiment on your report. But if there's no merging, see, you can see the difference arranging from A to Z. So now it's showing like this. So redo. So that's how you can have option either arranging A to Z or Z to A. And also if you would like only to filter specific column, so customize sort. So this sort and filter, you have so many ways also to do some. So for example, you want to sort column F, so just select column F, and this one you can have option A to Z or Z to A. But we cannot clearly see the difference right now because this is not a full information. The data we have right now, it's not complete. So I'm just showing you an overview what are the ribbon items under home menu. So we're only discussing about the shortcut keys for cut, paste, and copy. So now we're gonna discuss also the other things. So what I like about Excel is if you don't want to do research on what are the shortcut keys, usually shortcut keys started with Control or Shift. But as a beginner, in order for you to appreciate how important it is for us to use the shortcut keys, you can click Alt. I guess Alt is not functioning. So click Alt. If you click Alt, you will see letters here. So it means Alt F, this is the shortcut for file. Alt H, this is the shortcut for H. So Alt H. So Alt H. You can see after H, you can see Alt HC. That is a difference. If you're using Control, you can directly select C. But if you're using Alt, you must type first H then C. Control HC, Control X, HX, Control X or Alt HX. So as a beginner, I also started like this when I don't know about this control shortcut keys. So I press Alt and you will see letters here. Later on, you can memorize also. So it's have a it has an advantage when you start learning the shortcut keys. So as a beginner, just press Alt, then H. And if you want to do shortcut keys for border, so B, click B, and you will see also a lot of letters here. Like if you select all borders, A. So like example here, Alt H B A. So you'll have a full border. If you want to remove this border, Alt H B N. So now it's empty. Rather than clicking here one by one, sometimes you don't remember what you want to click. So it's time consuming when you're using your mouse, especially when you're not using the wireless mouse. So that's one of the tips. If you're a beginner, just learn to memorize shortcut keys using Alt. But if you have time, you can go to Google and search what are the shortcut keys used with starting with control, because control has more. After control is only one letter, but for alt usually it follows by another two letters. So there are many tricks. Which one is more comfortable for you? You can use it. For the general, this is related to formatting also for your number, the date, number. Later we're gonna discuss about this in detail also when you have the software, especially when you have the software. Each software has its own format for the date, for the numbering. So that makes your life, difficult if you don't know how to fix the date format from the system, the number format from the system. Because as I said on my introduction, we have our own system and we're exporting the data to Excel. So you need to fix all those informations you get from your system in order for you to create a report or analysis that requires to be submitted to your boss or supplier or whoever requested it. So this general also, what is the exact term for this number format? It's really helpful if you have the system. You need to understand usually what you're using here is a general, the number, the long and short date. We're using this one. So that's it for my home menu vlog. See you on my next video.